is Liz Matory. It is Sunday. I'm just getting back from the morning services, and I'm going to get ready to go to the 5 p.m. at 5 p.m. services. But I wanted to get on and record this and capture it and send it out before too late, because the message this morning was so profound, and this is literally what we're talking about. As I said before, I never thought that I'd become an evangelist. Whenever I heard that term for years and years and years, I had no clue what they were talking about with the being an evangelist or having the evangelist vote or any of that. No clue whatsoever. Got saved November 30th, 2018, then got baptized, born again, this time last year. So I'm only in my second year of Christianity, full-on follower of Christ, super excited about it. I had a really rough time shifting back into politics because it's such a carnal, negatively spiritual arena. But all the different things that have happened, I do believe that they've happened on purpose. And when Pastor Shiflett said what he said today, this morning, I was like, mind blown. This is totally what we're seeing. I can't believe this. So this is a challenge for now born-again Christians. Yesterday I talked to the first covenant and the second covenant folks. It includes anyone and everyone who is either a Christian or a Catholic or a Jew, what have you. But now I'm shifting my attention to the people like Baptist, a lot of folks who believe in the fact that you had to literally accept Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior and follow Him alone. I'm speaking to those people right now who are voting in this election. I am challenging the three other top candidates, two from the two, which is one of me, on the Republican end, and two on the Democrat side, to join me in saying that they will protect the preborn. Are you going to protect the preborn? If you cannot state that you are pro-life, then you cannot vote for them. Bible-believing Christians cannot, should not, ought not, must not vote for any candidate who does not believe in the values and principles that we believe in as Christ followers. If you believe that God knit you in your mother's womb, if you believe that there are only two genders in the book of Genesis, man, woman, two, not multiple, if you believe that, again, life begins at conception and cannot be destroyed because apparently they're a bunch of cells and lumps of cells, or you don't support over-the-counter birth control because you know that it just highlights hypersexuality and hyperpromiscuity, that literally fornication is one of the biggest sins that we talk about. Again, I was that chick. Not that bad, but seriously, 89% of our population now has premarital sex. 89. I'm one of the 89%. Praise Jesus if you're one of the 11. You're an anomaly. But that still proves my point. We are literally at that time where if, again, Bible-believing Christians, hopefully KJV and before, none of this new stuff, literally the new translations literally change language and soften the message so that people, followers of Christ, specifically get confused, just like the Garden of Eden. This is what we're talking about. It is so frustrating, beyond frustration, to speak to Christians and speak the truth and then literally see their eyes and ears close because they don't want to listen to a Republican, or they are so baked in the sauce as Democrats that they are rejecting me. When they reject me and I point to these several different factors, you're not rejecting me, you're rejecting God. Again, I never understood it until it happened to me, and all of it's been revealed. And Pastor said today, if you don't speak up about it, and you ignore it, and you literally take this very astroturf version of what Christianity is, because it feels better, and you ignore real talk, and you ignore the demons that literally are floating around you, and literally allowing your sons and daughters brothers and sisters, uncles and fathers, and whatever you want to call it, to be struck down for a reason. God said he will close the eyes of the people who do not follow him. If you know what I'm talking about, that is the missing piece. I'm a new born again Christian. There are tons of y'all out there that got saved years ago, and you're going to cast your ballot on February 4th for candidates who are for abortion. Do you understand? With that vote, you were literally denying God. With that vote, you were allowing for millions more children, generations to be slaughtered before they even breathe their first breath. Voluntarily, people. Voluntarily. That exact same lie, that same deception that you are falling for and continue to fall for is the exact same deception from the exact same source that Genesis was talking about. Again, I'm just starting this and it's just like it's this energy that's like, this is it, this makes sense. I literally got saved. I read James forward because I wanted to see how bad it gets. And y'all were at that last part of the New Testament. You can add whatever Bible books you want to add, but for the most part, we are right there where it says, I don't know, just pick something. This is in Ephesians. Y'all have read Ephesians more times than I have. I just started reading it. So how many times have you read Ephesians? Ask yourself. Ephesians 4:17. This I say therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of God through the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart, who, being past feeling, have given themselves over unto lasciviousness, to work all uncleanness with greediness. How many freaking mayors do you need to get arrested and for embezzlement? You want another congresswoman who people are literally like, where's the money? And ladies like, oh no. It is up to you, Christians. You Christians out there, February 4th, who are you going to support? Are you continue to support the devil, or are you going to literally honor God? If these three candidates, Kim Klacik, who's running against me, Rockamore Cummings, or Kwai Sinfumi cannot speak to the fact that they will stand up for the preborn, and they will say there's only two genders, and they will be for standing up back into our honor, reclaiming our godly heritage, encouraging young people to not get on birth control, but to slow down and say, slow down, you do not have to rush. This shouldn't be a congressional issue, but this is where our leadership has been lacking for so long. We have been led astray. Malcolm X told you. I wasn't alive. He told you that this was going to happen. MLK literally was killed because of all of it. So maybe I'm casting pearls in front of swines. Y'all know that passage too, don't you? Give up, Liz. Forget Baltimore. Forget District 7. It's a lost cause. Maybe that's what people are saying. Don't throw pearls in front of swines. Are you swines or aren't you? It's a legitimate question. Again, I'm only 1 year into this. Y'all have been in it for way longer. It's your time to make a decision. I challenge all candidates who are running this year, are you pro-life or aren't you? And if you are not pro-life, if you cannot understand what has been going on to our 2 generations now, and most of the black population literally has been halved. And oh, by the way, Betty and Becky just got her abortion yesterday because she can't admit that she went with Joe Vaughn. That's what's happening, folks. It's not just our kids that are getting offed, it's your grandchildren. So either you go down that path, continue to go, bye Felicia, or you recalibrate and reclaim your godly heritage. This is what we're doing with this campaign, because clearly, apparently, allegedly, even pastors are getting the payola. That's how corrupt the system is. That's where we are. People are like, you're not going to go fire and brimstone in Baltimore. You know those churches are bought for? Everybody's bought with the price. Do you want that money or do you want salvation? Are you listening to people, pastors, who cannot stand up and speak out for life? If they cannot have the strength and testicular fortitude to stand up and say, this is wrong, damn the consequences, then they have been stripped of their godly majesty. And you who do not see it, or see it, and don't do anything about it, God will close your eyes. Simple as that, folks. Gotta go. Please vote for us. I know it's a challenge to vote for a born-again Christian as a Republican. Go figure. I am pro-life. I am for the Second Amendment, as most of us are. But most of us aren't pro-life. That's my problem. That's the reason why I speak about it. How many people have told me, Liz, if you want to get elected in Maryland, then don't talk about abortion? I'm sorry. Then why are you a Republican? Why are you a Christian if you cannot speak on truth? That is where we are. That is the political landscape. Because fellow Christians, fellow conservatives, can't be called conservative anymore, can't be called Christian anymore, but whatever, you call yourself that, who have softened and muted their voices because they know the truth but refuse to say anything for popularity. I just read you the passage, bro. God will close your eyes. God will leave you, psh, bye Felicia, and then move on. He had to activate me. I wasn't thinking about this stuff. But were things revealed? Yes. And since we have Satanists and atheists literally representing you right now, then it's okay for me to be a born-again Christian and try to represent the Christians who live here too. That's what I'm saying. That is the point that I've been making this entire time. But not until now did I not realize that, yes, it's not just me speaking, but you receiving, and are you going to listen or aren't you going to listen? Are you going to accept the context, or are you going to continue to close your eyes and vote for a demonic party? That is what it is. That's why I had to leave. That's why thousands upon thousands of people are leaving. And they have no idea what's going on, but they know spiritually that that is wrong. Transgenderism is wrong. Multiple genders is wrong. Yes, same-sex marriage, that was a bad decision. People know that. Roe v. Wade was one of the worst decisions that all legal scholars know that was the wrong decision. But you still blindly follow a demonic party. It's up to you. You change the game or you don't. Have a good one. Check you next time. If this gets up, praise God. Because this is now the third time I'm recording this. Third time. That's what we're up against. Spiritual warfare is real. If you know what that is, you know what I'm talking about. Highest murder rate, abortion rate, whatever you want to call it. It's all in here. Your book. My new book. But y'all have been reading this way longer than I have. Have a good one. Check you later. Think.